let's talk about these 5 weirdly unique digital products that actually sell. If you've been thinking you need to be an expert or sell something boring to make money online, think again, because these creative digital product ideas are proof that you can turn something totally unexpected into passive income. This video is sponsored by Dot Store, but more on them later. I think a lot of times people shy away from selling their own digital products because they see other YouTubers online talking about how to sell digital products. And so they think the only way to make money online is to teach how to make money with digital products. And look, I totally get that, because if you start watching these kinds of videos, the algorithm is going to know that you like watching those kinds of videos, and they're going to send you more and more and more. And they're not going to send you an educator who teaches dog training or an educator who teaches cooking. The algorithm is simply going to share with you more videos about how to make money with digital products. So a lot of times that can lead people to believe that that's the only type of digital product that you can sell that makes money, but that is far from the truth. Now, not only do I know this because I've seen other people make multiple 6, multiple 7 figures teaching things like dog training, hula hooping, gardening, knitting, crocheting, quilting, guitar playing. Like, I could go on and on and on. It doesn't need to be something about making money. In fact, how I got into digital products was I was a photographer, and other photographers were asking me, like,
how are you taking pictures like that? How are you doing the lighting, the camera settings? How are you booking more clients?
Things like that. And so I actually decided to package up all of my information into digital products, things like ebooks and courses. And these were not digital products about how to make money with digital products. That's just what you see me talking about today after being in the photo industry for 16 years and after teaching about photography through digital products for over 7 years and doing over $8 million in photography education digital products. But there might be something about my niche that you don't know. It wasn't just photography. I taught photographers how to offer a specific type of photography, a very niche within a niche, if you will. I taught photographers how to offer boudoir photography, which is a very specific subset of photography that is a genre all about empowerment and building confidence through these photo shoots. Now, this is a way smaller niche than, say, weddings or portraits. This is a very, very small niche within a niche. And you can imagine this is a little bit of a weird niche, a weird type of digital product to teach to other people. And I was able to grow that business to $2 million per year with those digital products. So again, you don't need some big, super popular niche. You certainly don't need to model or copy the other niches out there that you're seeing. And you certainly do not need to teach about digital products to make money with digital products. Okay, so with that said, let's get into these 5 weirdly unique digital products that are actually making a lot of money online right now. Oh, and before we do, if you want my full list of all 54 different types of digital products so that you can see what's out there, make a decision on what you'd like to sell, go ahead in the link in the description below this video and you can download this list of all 54 different types of digital products completely for free. Quick break before we dive into the first example, because once you realize what unique digital product you can sell, you're gonna want to build a home for it. And that's why I'm excited to partner with today's sponsor, Dot Store. When you sell your digital products on a site using a .store domain, it actually helps you sell more. Seriously, an industry study found that websites on a .store domain get 87% more traffic and rank twice as high on Google. Why? Because when people see .store, they instantly know you're selling something. No confusion, straight to the point. That's why brands like Mr. Beast, Rihanna, and over 1.5 other sellers use .store domains. And right now, because .store is sponsoring this video, you can grab your own .store domain for just 99 cents with the code MOLLY. Sure, you could use another registrar like GoDaddy or Namecheap, but this 99-cent deal, it's only available in my link in the description below. Plus, when you get your .store domain, you'll unlock free access to Elevate .store, plus a curated hub of top tools for online sellers like Canva, Shopify, AutoDS, and more. Everything you need to start and scale your online store even if you're brand new. So click the link below, use code Molly and get started today. Okay, weirdly unique digital product number 1 is dream interpretation journals. Now, I'm totally the weirdo that wakes up and wants to tell my husband everything about the dream that happened, everything about the nightmare that happened, everything about blah, blah, blah. I have super vivid, memorable dreams and I find them really interesting. Even growing up, my mom had a dream book where you could look up parts of your dream and it would tell you like what that means or signifies. And apparently this is really popular, not just for me and my mom. This is a popular digital product that I found online that is selling really, really well right now. And it is a bit of a weird and unique niche. And it is a bit of a weird and unique digital product. So as you can see, you do not need some popular thing that you're seeing everyone else doing. In fact, it can be a lot easier to market and sell something when it really cuts through the noise and is uniquely weird, if you will. Now, why do I think this type of digital product sells? Well, I think that it is answering a problem. And I also think it's a bit edutainment. I think it's a bit educational, and I think it's also a bit entertaining, which is kind of like a sweet spot of something that people really, really like, right? And I think it's fun because who doesn't want to learn more about their dreams? Like on one hand, it might just be really fun. On the other hand, people might really feel like they really need to know what their dreams mean so that they can take that knowledge and go forward with it into their lives. So again, it's a mix of education and entertainment, which is why I think this digital product works so well. Okay, the second weirdly unique digital product is joke writing made simple. Now, when I stumbled upon this digital product, I was like, dude, this is literally like $1 million idea. So if you're doing this digital product and you're not making $1 million with it yet, hit me up because I'm telling you, this is like a dynamite niche. Also, I feel like this is another product where it could be edutainment, where some people who buy it, maybe they just want to write jokes because they're standing up in a wedding or for their family or friends. But then there's a lot of people who want to be comedians, right? And so I feel like this really mixes both worlds and it can attract a broad audience with a really niche and specific thing. So if you just want to write jokes for fun, that's cool. If you want to learn how to literally be a comedian, then that is super cool as well. And again, this isn't just how to make money or how to start a business. It's very specific. How to write jokes made simple and easy, right? How to make jokes, how to become a comedian, how to be funnier, how to have more fun in life. Such a great digital product idea. Okay, weirdly unique digital product number 3 is witchcraft for productivity. When I saw this, I was like, dude, this is so cool. Like there is such a big community online for things like witchcraft, tarot, horoscope, like that kind of world, right? I'm sure there's like a name for it. And there's also a really big world for productivity. And so it's like somebody came up with the idea to kind of mesh both of these worlds, to use witchcraft to be productive, right? And so, whether you like this specific idea or not, I think the cool takeaway here is you can mesh 2 different worlds, right? You could literally have like running for productivity, writing for productivity, joke writing for productivity, dream interpretation for productivity. Like, I just think it's super cool because who doesn't want to be more productive? But then you're taking something that really appeals to a certain group of people. And it really, again, kind of meshes that edutainment, which I think is sort of like a really common thread that we're seeing between these weird, unexpected digital products. Okay, uniquely weird digital product number 4 is a digital decluttering challenge. Now, this one's definitely probably not as weird as the other ones, but I definitely was like, I've never seen this before. So to me, I thought it was really unique, but you can let me know what you think in the comments. In fact, let me know which of these weirdly unique ideas that you like the best. But I just thought, pairing decluttering with making it a challenge kind of made it more fun. Again, common theme of edutainment, like they're educating you on how to declutter, which is something though that is very unsexy and kind of boring, and who wants to spend time decluttering and cleaning their house, right? But when you pair it with a challenge, with a community of other people who are doing it, when you pair it with having people share things like before and afters, that is super, super powerful. And I think that's kind of also a common thread that we can take away here is that when you can take something that maybe would normally be boring, but sort of add some flair to it to make it more fun, more entertaining, more of a challenge, I think that that is super, super cool. Okay, the last uniquely weird digital product, which I think this one is probably the weirdest and most unique, but again, let me know what you think below. This one is haunted house blueprints. Like, what? So cool. So basically, these are literally blueprints where you can make your own haunted house, like a doll house, but like a haunted house, and you get the blueprints for how to actually create it. And I think this is super cool because it kind of reminds me of like the pattern space, like with knitting, quilting, sewing. I know that selling patterns online is really, really popular. And so it's like, well, why not sell blueprints, right? And I've seen people on other social media sell blueprints for like how to make storage containers for your garage or your shed, or like how to build things in your yard. So why not, again, pair education of blueprints with something entertaining, like a dollhouse or a haunted dollhouse or whatever, right? And so you can really pair selling the blueprints with something that's also going to be useful, but also fun. And by the way, if you want to learn how to sell your very own digital products for passive income online, I have a totally free on-demand workshop that I would love to invite you to. It is the first link in the description below this video. And if you've heard these 5 ideas and you're thinking,
look, none of these appealed to me. I don't want to do any of these ideas.
That's okay. These are definitely weirdly unique, okay? But a video like this is definitely made to start sparking ideas for you. And then I did also mention that free list of all 54 different types of digital products. So I'm hoping between this video and that list that they'll kind of get your gears turning and you could start thinking about the type of digital product that you could create. Because I am here to tell you that you can do it. Okay, I got average grades in high school. I dropped out of college. I would not say that I am book smart, if you will. I would say that I am pretty average when it comes to smarts, okay? And the reason I'm sharing this with you is because I truly believe that if I can do this, you can do this too. And the thing you do need to have though is passion. The thing is that I genuinely love helping people make more money doing something they love. I wholeheartedly believe that if I can get more people creating videos on YouTube and educating through digital products and creating more accessible education for the world online, that is only going to be a good thing, because I believe that education is really important and it is everything. And as someone who is sitting in classes in college, learning about business from professors who have never had a business before, I know that teaching from experience is, in my opinion, even more powerful than teaching from a piece of paper or repeating what was taught or repeating what was learned in a book. So really dig deep and think, what are you passionate about? What do you love? What do you have experience with? What have you done for yourself that you could help other people with? And remember, you don't have to be the number one best expert at this thing. You just have to know like 10% more than those you're helping. In fact, the closer you can be to those you're helping, sometimes the better, because I've definitely noticed that when people get really, really high into their expertise, they can sometimes forget what it's like to be that person, starting with the 81 cents like I did. And so if that's you, I want you to really look at that as a positive and not a negative. You don't need to be some Albert Einstein genius. You just need to have experience and passion to share online and help other people with. And how cool, like that is one of the coolest parts of the internet, that we are able to do this. We are able to freely educate each other online. I think it is the coolest thing ever. And now that you know 5 of the most weirdly unique digital products online that actually sell, you might be interested in learning about 5 types of digital products that don't sell anymore. You are definitely going to want to avoid these. But how do you learn about that? Well, it all starts with watching this video next here, because when you pair what you just learned with what's in this video, it's going to be way more powerful. See you in the next video.